Alright guys, congratulations, we made it to the end of Unit 9 and we are dividing polynomials by a monomial. And this, I think, is the perfect way to tie in everything that you've learned all together. Okay, so I think that this is pretty satisfying type of math. And yeah, you'll see what happens. Okay, so we're going to find each quotient, right? We're dividing. So it says find each product. I don't think that's right. Let's go ahead and rewrite this first problem. Negative 2x to the fifth plus 6x to the fourth minus 10x. Okay, and what I want to do is factor this by its greatest common factor. Okay, so if I'm factoring this, I'm looking for something that can go into all of these numbers, right? 2, 6, and 10. Okay, so what can go into 2, 6, and 10? How do I get rid of this? Oops. So 2 can go into 2, 6, and 10. All right, and then since all of these have at least one x, I'm also going to factor out an x and write what's left. Okay, so I'm factoring out 2x from negative 2x to the fifth. What's left is a negative 1 x to the fourth. Right, so it's like thinking backwards. If you multiply these two things together, you will get this. Right, is that true? Yes. Okay, so 2x times negative x to the fourth plus, okay, what's 6 divided by 2 is 3, and x to the fourth divided by x is x cubed, right? So is 2x times 3x cubed 6x to the fourth? Yes. Okay, how about negative 10x, right? If we factor out a 2x, we're left with negative 5. Okay, so that is the factor form of the numerator, and don't forget it is over 2x. Okay, so I'm going to write this over 2x. Okay, so do you see anything that's in the numerator and denominator that's exactly the same that we could potentially cancel out? I do, right? I see 2x in the numerator and 2x in the denominator. Okay, so what's left, right? So all we have left from this first problem is negative x to the fourth plus 3x cubed minus 5. Okay, and that is answer to number 1. I told you that was satisfying. Isn't that an easier question? Okay, so our next problem, I'll go ahead and draw a line. Our next problem says 12d to the fifth minus 6d cubed plus 9. All right, and we want to factor out the greatest common factor of all of this, right? And so the greatest common factor between 12d to the fifth minus 6d cubed plus 9 is just a 3, right? 3 goes into 12, 6, and 9. Okay, so let's factor out a 3. We'll write what's left. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. That d to the fifth stays d to the fifth. Minus, oops, got ahead of myself. 6 divided by 3 is 2, d cubed. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so that's a factored version of the numerator. And this is being divided by 3d squared. Okay, so we can go ahead and cancel the 3's, right? Hopefully you see we have a 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. Okay, so I'm going to write what's left. And did you know that we have 4d to the fifth minus 2d cubed plus 3, all divisible by d squared? Okay, so that means that this is being divided by d squared, right? This is being divided by d squared, and this is being divided by d squared. So we can simplify further by writing it as 4d to the fifth over d squared minus 2d cubed over d squared plus 3 over d squared And I think we can simplify at least those first two terms, right? Because we know that d to the fifth over d squared is d cubed. Okay, so this is equal to 4d cubed minus, okay, right, we subtract the exponents, 5 minus 2. Okay, so 3 minus 2 is 1. So I have 2d to the first, okay? And how about 3 over d squared? There's nothing you can do with that, so I'm going to write plus 3 over d squared, and that is the simplified version. It's pretty good. Okay, so now our last problem, and it's a challenge problem. And I'll be honest, the first time I saw this, I said, what the heck is that? Okay, but it is a fraction divided by a fraction, and we can handle this, right? Because so if this was like a number like 1/2 divided by 1/4, you would know what to do, right? You would keep, change, flip. So that's essentially what we're going to do here. Oops, I hit the wrong button. We are going to keep the numerator, change to multiplication, and flip the denominator. Okay, so let's rewrite it as 4x cubed y to the fourth minus 3x squared y to the second plus 10x to the fourth y cubed over 1. So we keep, and then we change to multiplication and flip the denominator. 5 over 2xy. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to rewrite this so that it's 5 times this whole thing, 4x cubed y to the fourth minus 3x squared y squared plus 10x to the fourth y cubed all over 2xy. Geez, I'm going to run out of room. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute the 5 to these numbers. Okay, we can do this. 5 times 4 is 20. X cubed y to the fourth minus 15. X squared y squared plus 50 x to the fourth y cubed all over 2xy. Maybe instead of all over 2xy, I should do each of them over 2xy. Okay, so 20 divided by 2 is 10. X cubed over x is x squared. Y to the fourth over y is y cubed. Okay, so 15 over 2 doesn't reduce, so I'm just going to leave it 15 over 2. And x squared over x is x. Y squared over y is y. Plus 50 divided by 2 is 25. X to the fourth over x is x cubed. Y cubed over y is y squared. Okay, that is the fully factored and reduced version. And we did it, right? We divided a polynomial by a monomial. Congratulations, guys. You are done with Unit 9. Okay, have a great day.